Hello my Foonatics, it's Fufu here. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As I have said, I've got exams coming up really soon, so I've been revising, and in my breaks I've been playing a little bit of Showdown to keep me sane, and I've been playing some PU, and I just had this incredible PU match that I wanted to share with you guys. It's the closest match I've had in a very long time. And I wanted to show it to you because I want people to know that the lower tiers can be competitive. This was a great match with plays on both sides. The opponent was making loads of predictions, and I don't think I made as many, but being a good player, you don't need to make predictions, you just need to make the best plays, which aren't necessarily always the predictions. So yeah, it was a really great match. PU can be competitive, but it definitely depends on the player. There's a massive variety of skill in this tier, and if you don't get a good player who knows what they're doing, then you probably won't get a competitive match. But I think this does show a good one. Also, in this tier, in the lower tiers, team building is much more of a thing. I think you need to know a lot of the mons pretty well and know what they do. So I think that's the main part in the competitive process. But anyway, this battle, my opponent obviously knows what he's doing because he's got a scary team, particularly because it's very fast. He's got two base 105 mons that none of my Pokemon outspeed. Even Toxic Orb Ursaring is not going to outspeed base 105 mons. And also he's got a Luxray that stands a chance of being Scarf, because I like to run Scarf sometimes, and it is a good set to run. Other things I'm scared of, Fracture's great, it's really good. He's gone shiny as well, which is just even better. And Primplup will be hard to take down because I don't have any powerful, super effective hits against it. I've only got Gourgeist, which isn't that powerful. I do have a powerful Ursaring though, which is always powerful. My team is very much the same as what I uploaded with, because I've got the Firewater Grass Core as the bulkiness in it, which is very nice. And then I was just trying some different offensive threats just for the sake of trying them out. Ursaring, Toxic Orb Ursaring with the quick feet I've used before. He's great, he's really powerful, can definitely get the sweeps going, although he's not fast enough in this match to be able to do that. And I've got a bulky Coil Arbok, which is a huge threat in the tier. I've used that guy before as well. And finally, I've got an offensive Murkrow. I've used offensive Murkrow before, but not this set. It's a really cool set. It doesn't do much in this match, but I'll probably try and build a team around it in the future and upload with that. So I'm just gonna go through this match, narrate it, but I'll probably do some edits as well, so you can look forward to that. Anyways, let's get into it. So just looking at his team, I thought he'd probably lead with Volbeat, and in that case I wanted to lead with Ursaring, because if he wants to try and T-Wave me, I'll get the quick feet boost regardless, so it would kind of benefit me. But no, he leads with the Luxray. I don't see the Intimidate, which probably means he's Guts and Physical, so I go into my more physically bulky Gourgeist, and I'm going to go for a sub here. We see that he's Flame Orb and Guts, which is fine. I'm going to go for a sub to see what coverage he might have. If he has a Crunch, I'd be scared, but he has the Ice Fang, and I think I can live one of those. So I'm going to go for a Leech Seed and maybe get some stalling going now. But unfortunately, he goes for the Volt Switch, which completely nullifies me going for the Leech Seed, which is pretty annoying. And he goes into the Kadabra, which is really annoying. I'm going to go into my Torkoal, especially defensive Torkoal will be able to eat these hits. He does get a crit, which is unfortunate there. I'm thinking he'll switch out because he doesn't want to risk breaking the sash, but nope, he just stays in and goes for the Psychic as I get up my rocks. And now he has to go for Psychic to kill my Torkoal, but he risks it again by going for the Dazzling Gleam, and he really doesn't care about his sash. I mean, because he has the sash, maybe he can play a bit more recklessly. That is one argument for it, but I think that he was playing, Kadabra was so good against my team. He played very recklessly with it there, but he wrecked me with it, so that's fine. He was making the correct prediction, so I can't really complain. I go and get my Toxic Orb off with my Poliwrath as I live a hit, and then sack my Torkoal, so I can bring in my I said Poliwrath, I meant another thing. So I can bring in my Poliwrath and go for the Vacuum Wave. The opponent was really confused as to what I would do, but I do have Vacuum Wave now instead of Psychic, as I was told by some commenters on my last video. Thank you for that. It's worked in this match, so that's great. Now he goes into the Primplup, obviously trying to get the defog off, so I'm going to go into my Gourgeist, and I can get a sub up on this guy. He can't break it. I can get some Leech Seeds going, and I feel now that the switch into Volbeat is probably imminent, and I don't want to have it encore me into a status move or something like that. So I'm just going to go for some seed bombs right here as the Volbeat does come in. I'm doing about 24% maybe, so breaking subs is probably a roll. I'm just going to keep going for seed bombs. I went for seed bomb this turn as well because I really don't want him encoring me into anything other than seed bomb. And he just flat switches out, which probably because he does have sub, but he didn't want to go for it or something like that. As he goes into fracture, now if this thing has sub and gets up a sub, that could be problematic. So I'm going to go into my Arbok right here, get the Intimidate off before he can get any sub up. As he just goes for Poison Jab, probably wanting to get rid of... He was probably overly bothered about my Gorgeist sub, I don't know. Again, the switch into Volbeat is really obvious because he's thinking that I might go for the coil, so I'm just going to bop that thing before it can do any more annoying shenanigans. And I'm going into Luxray. I calced it and I thought that I could live a hit, but I think the calc was taking into Intimidate into account, so that's not cool. Otherwise I would have Sucker Punched. But it doesn't really matter because Ursaring just comes in and wrecks his face with a Facade. And now he goes into Primplup. I want to get some damage on that. I do 66%, unfortunately don't take it out. And now we're getting to the end game. I'm going to go into my Gorgeist. The Rapidash is really spooking me because it can have Wild Charge, and if it does, and it's able to switch up moves if it's Expert Belt or Life Orb, that is a big problem. My only hope is that it is banded and that he goes for Flare Blitz now, because I'm going to switch into my Poliwrath. And you can see here that he goes for the Flare Blitz, so that's good. I don't automatically lose there. And he takes Recoil but no Life Orb, and he switches out here. I made the play and went for the Specs Ice Beam, which does take out the Fracture with a crit. Crit probably mattered, but I'm not sure. And now he goes into the Horse again. This is crazy because he locks himself into Flare Blitz. I just stayed in to get some Ice Beam damage because I thought he might want to go for the Wild Charge. But no, and he gets the burn, taking me below 12%. And at this stage, I was kind of like, ah, shit. I lost, because now he can take out my Poliwrath, and then he could take out my Gorgeist, and then that's me losing the game, and it's not very fun. But then I remember, wait a second, Poliwrath is a fighting type, and so I can actually switch into my Gorgeist, and sack that, bring Poliwrath back in, and hope to kill with the Vacuum Wave. So that's exactly what I do. There's the band. That's what we all wanted to see. He does take out my my Gorgeist, and now I have to come in with my Poliwrath, living that Stealth Rock comfortably, and I have to hope for the KO, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my word, the crowd goes wild. The 2% burned clutch with the Poliwrath Vacuum Wave. Can you believe it? I know I can't. Oh my lord. It was so good. I actually thought that I had lost because I forgot that Poliwrath took resisted Stealth Rock damage. But that endgame was so great. Endgames like that are what I live for. It was so funny. I'll flash up what went down in the comment section because the opponent thought that he had won. He just thought that he had won. It was so funny. Well, he thought that he had lost because he didn't realise that I was Specs at first. So he thought that I would be able to switch up from Ice Beam. But obviously I had to go for Ice Beam. But that was crazy. It was just mental. Anyways, I've been Foofoo. I've been revision mode Foofoo, not being able to get up any significant content. But I think this was fun. I think this is really fun. I can't wait to play more PU. I have got so many Pokemon ideas right now. You know, like, sometimes I go through slumps where I'm like, I really don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to do. But as soon as I have to work and I can't play Mons, I'm like, there are so many teams that I want to make. Oh my lord. Anyways, yeah, so you can expect a lot of content coming when my exams are over. But that was just a little bit of Poliwrath fun. Jolly Wrath good time we've had. I've been Foofoo, you've been awesome. And hopefully see you in the not too distant future when I don't have exams. Bye!